Alrighty, finally getting around to some DFFOO. We are doing the World Evolution Spiritus, and I did get Cissnei's FR in like, I think it was like 200 tickets, but no BT. And to be honest, going through my box, I don't really think I need her specific follow-up. Like, her follow-up is a lot of damage if you have her BT. But that's really all it's kind of providing. Like, I think having Weiss in my box, I think I'm going to be perfectly fine with just him. So I think for now, I'm just going to hold off on her kit for the most part. But I will try and get this ticket mission done with her. And this fight, I did it with, like, if you saw, I had the grade for it. I was testing it out just a little bit to see what it actually offered, because I'm not going to lie, I kind of forgot the Spiritus was happening so soon. I thought it was going to be next week. But I guess this fight is basically just, they put up a bunch of shields. They try and really prevent you from doing anything that you want to do. Like, unless those brave shields are gone, but outside of that, that's all they really do. So, you know, it's not a particularly complex fight, not a really hard fight or anything like that. And I think and I was looking through the missions as well, and it's like green crystal, white crystal, and black crystal. Like, those are the three they want, along with like staff throwing, and I think the other weapon was bow, right, for Lena. And I could have brought Lena in the middle, just to complete the trio, the perfecta, but I wanted to bring Golbez just because Golbez is fun. And I think for the most part we're just gonna, you know, get this done fairly quickly, just because outside of the HP gates, I think it's not gonna be that much of a hassle. I think we are gonna have to use, I say fairly quickly, but I think we are actually gonna have to use 2 force times, which is a little unfortunate, but you know what, it's fine. I think here, I did also bring a RNA call just for her debuff, just in case we need to cancel that force time for whatever reason. And I think here we actually want to use a little black magic, just because we are going to get to the force time fairly quickly. Bagoosh, Besiege, and I did also have was it U6 on Cissnei, just so we could actually get her just so we get her stuff going. Here, we'll just do that real quick. We'll refresh her shooting star. And I do want to get into this Golbez force time fairly soon, just because we're basically just going to use the force time to get rid of these first 2 thresholds. Like, we're not planning to kill them in these in this first force time. And here I want to, yeah, we'll go ahead and just because we're going to want to use at least 1 echo of each character, but if not, that's fine. Just because this is definitely going to be a 2 force time fight. Just because the HP gates they're kind of like that, and really all they want you to do is get rid of their bravery shields. Like, they're not HP shields, they're bravery shields, so you have to do brave damage. And let's go ahead and refresh our EX buff real quick. Yeah, because from what I've seen from this fight, like, it's a little tanky. Like, especially like when they activate their force time, and then you can't, or once you cancel it, then you have to redo all the shield, or you have to redo this shield to start. It's a little annoying, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. Here, I think with Cissnei, yeah, let's use 1 echo. I was looking for Golbez this turn. I was like, where did Golbez go? Yeah, we can use 1 echo with each, it's fine. Like, here we're going to want to use our BT effect just so we could get that going sooner rather than later. And I think once we're done with force time, they should be around like half health, like 58%, something like that. If we're lucky, we could break that HP shield soon. Actually, we could probably break this bravery shield by the time we get to Golbez's turn. And we do have all of Leonora's buffs up, which is perfect, because now we can get her BT effect going. I totally forgot about that. But it's fine if we go into Golbez's BT effect with 6 turns. And that's basically because, you know, we're not trying to kill them in 1 burst phase. Although I do think it's possible, like, if you bring a really aggressive team, or if you have Cissnei's BT. Like, Cissnei's BT is very strong. But, like, I feel like if I wanted to, you know, bring a really strong follow-up attack, I'd just bring Weiss. Just because he also offers debuff immunity in his BT effect, which, you know, is pretty useful. They're taking their defensive postures. But they're not going to be able to gain Brave because of Golbez's BT, so, you know, we're in no danger. And even if we were in danger, Leonora could just revive us on her turn. These two, you know, fairly tanky. Flamethrower. And no HP damage because Lamau. And I think here with Cissnei, we just refresh her LD. And that's basically all you really want to be doing with Cissnei, you're just refreshing LD constantly. If you don't have her BT effect. And luckily I do have Green Crystal basically, not maxed, but close to maxed, and I have a lot of stats for her, so even without her BT, like, her being super boosted with the ultimate weapon looks really good for her. Like, she's got a lot of stats, so here we're just gonna do what we always do. Golbez BT time. 10 million AoE. And let's see how much Cissnei can contribute. We do also have a, what is it? I do believe it's unique. No, not unique. We have A4 passive, and that's just so we could get more bravery hits in the BT phase. And that's basically allowing Golbez to cap because this is considered a consecutive turn. Like, there's a little brave poison at the start, but really that doesn't do anything. Bagoosh. And it's also, I did bring the A6 just in case they did have shields in this phase, so we could get rid of it fairly quickly. Just because, you know, doubling our brave hits is quite a big deal. %. If we're lucky, okay, yes, he went down perfect. Defensive posture. So I'm rising wave this guy. And if we had Cissnei's BT effect, she would just get rid of these shields right here immediately because she would just trigger this twice. But it's perfectly fine. Yeah, I was figuring this was going to happen, where we just end them at 58%. But really, living with their force time is not like a hard thing at all. Yeah, a little bit of a wasted damage, but that's just the nature of HP gates. You tend to waste a lot of damage just because, you know, they want you to fulfill a condition before they can go any lower. At least they reward you in this fight. They get a paralyze or something. But really, Golbez, you know, with his BT effect up, it's not really gonna matter. And they do try, like, yeah, you'll see in a bit, like, they try and get a little annoying by giving themselves a bunch of Brave and then giving themselves a Brave shield to protect it. So, you know, when they go down their turn, they just HP attack and wipe you. But with the Golbez's BT effect up, that's, like, really not going to be an issue. We don't even need to force charge, in all honesty. Yeah, we just get our damage while we can. And we do believe we still have one Echo on each party member, so, you know, once we go into force time starting at 370, we'll be able to bump that up quite high. Yeah, and these guys have one of those forces where, you know, you can't really do anything to them until you cancel that force time. Well, first they start with like a Brave Shield. But once you break that, you know, no big deal. Yeah, because normally they'd have a lot of Brave, but Golbez actually prevented them from gaining any Brave, so Lamau. We'll just Glare Hand here, refresh the Dark Resist down. Yeah, but at least their BT effect, like if you're doing an off-turn strat, or their FR time is only 10 turns as opposed to, you know, 20. So even if you're doing an off-turn strategy, I think, you know, it's fairly feasible, fairly easy. And here we'll just refresh you her EX buff. Particle Bomb. And her overhead is just getting bigger and bigger. And this is good. So by the time we do get her turns in force time, we just LD and, you know, do crazy truckloads of damage. Bagoosh. We might do 1 or 2 force charges on our next turn. Because really this fight's already over for the most part, like it's not going to offer that much more. Yeah, and we're getting to our force time fairly quickly here. We'll just set the Wallereka again. And this is like an AA for damage. Go ahead and use the Threatening Ember. There's like our EX buff that fell off, but because we have the U6 passive, it charges a little slower when we use our LD. And you know, I was basically doing nothing but LD. So we didn't get any charge there. Yeah, whatever, let's use 20 minutes. Because while they are also in force time, they can't be broken, so you know, those zeros just unable to break. But that's not like a bad thing or anything. They can't gain bravery, so they're just gonna stay at 0. So let's go ahead and let's charge. Do we do it twice? I don't even know if we'll need it twice. I think I'll do it twice just in case, so we don't have to burn a turn on Golbez's turn if it comes to that. Because Leonora's BT effect is nice, but you know, it's not like essential to her kit or anything. And here, I guess we'll just pass turn with Holy. Yeah, Cissnei's follow-up only doing the 1 HP dump, I think. Or I think it's 2 when it's at 1. I do believe... No, it's only 1. It's only 1. Yeah, so here with Cissnei, we'll just go ahead and refresh her EX real quick. And actually, I should have got Seymour debuffs on there too. And I think I should have probably also went for... No. I think the RNA call's fine here. There's only 4 turns left. But I think I'm going to use this now. Just because we only need to do 1 more HP gates. And that's going to be fairly easy to handle. So what we're going to do here is get some Siege. But we're actually going to apply Arenea's base call. Because this is going to apply a debuff called Vital Crusher. And that's going to enable critical hit damage whenever we attack them while they have this on. And that's just going to cancel their force time once we used Cissnei's FR Echo. You know, just to cancel it a little prematurely. Yeah, a little particle bomb. I was thinking about it, I was like, do we just do that just to keep the gauge up? But nah, it's fine. Like, with how much damage we have on this team, we're in no real rush. Especially with only 1 left and our summon's still up. We're in no real rush. Yeah, and just having the 370 head start, you know, we have a lot of gauge already. Like, if I really wanted to blow this fight up with their HP thresholds, I probably could have brought Rex. Just because Rex at the start of his turns, you know, does the double follow-up. And that's probably a lot of bravery damage if you have him with A4, which is like, you know, the increased bravery hits, like it doubles it. Actually, Rex with that is probably buff. He'll probably just cap all the time in his BT phase. Yeah, their force time is done, so they can be taking damage again. So let's hit him with the big stuff. $23 million. Casually. Let's see, and now Leonora, she still has 2 echoes, so you know, we're gonna be able to get a lot of gauge before this fight's done. And we'll probably get them close to their threshold soon too. Bagoosh. So here, Shooting Star. It feels like it's like Cissnei's only button sometimes. Like, that's like my other issue with her. She's kind of bland to play. Like, Weiss is also kind of bland. Like, when you look at his kit, like, it's really just single target attack, AoE attack, and refresh his follow-up buff, and off his EX, and that's basically it. So, you know, the follow-up attackers aren't super interesting kit-wise, but I think that's to be expected. Alright, this is gonna proc their HP threshold for sure. System control loss. And actually, I wonder if we do Shiva summon, is this enough to break it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, defense is crumbled. Oh, it was only on the left. Interesting. I wonder why not on the right. Ah, whatever. I thought for sure that was like gonna be evenly split, but I guess not. And the only reason I could tell is because this guy on the left got it paralyzed, and this guy on the right didn't. Yeah, so when the defenses crumble, they get paralyzed. But I mean, now the fight's basically over. Like, you know, the worst of it's done. And really, it wasn't like a difficult fight. It's just like kind of annoying with HP gates. But now that we have Retain, Retain kind of just laughs at HP gates. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. It takes one more force time, but really if you like have the units for it, it's a non-issue. It's really just a matter of time, how much time you want to spend in the fight. Because 26 turns, I think for S is 40? Yeah, clear within 40. Yeah, we're well within where we need to be. It's with a little black magic. 29 million? I think that's it. Oh wow, lived. Oh, the flare follow-up. Let's go, Leonora. No, yeah, and unfortunately, when I did the A6, A4 passive showcase too, A6 is kind of weird. When you actually Brave gain above 70%, you lose your damage, or the 20% damage bonus, so that doesn't work well, so I didn't bring that either. But yeah, there you go, that's the fight. Only really passive here that I think was super important was Cissnei with the A passive that actually gives you 2 more LD uses. That was pretty important, but there you go, take it easy.